Hello chess lovers and friends, this will be a very quick video where one of my dear subscribers challenged me into a rapid match on Lichess. He's actually a 1340 rated chess player, so let's see how they performed in this game. If at all you're a beginner, maybe you can learn one or two things. So make sure to watch this video up to the end and remember to hit that like button if at all this video will make sense to you. Alright, let's get into the game. Alright, so here we go. I'm expecting to see pawn to pawn to e4. He has just played it. So I'm going to play pawn to e5. So e4, e5 is the opening which is very common at beginner and intermediate level. So knight to f3. Now I have to defend my pawn, just playing simple chess here. So I expect to see bishop c4 and I'll play knight f6. This is all what is common at this level. Standard chess. What? Bishop b5, knight f6 anyways. Bishop b5 is not common at this level. If d3, I'll go knight e7 and then knight g6. That will be my plan. Okay, knight c3 in this line is a little bit weird. I was expecting to see pawn to d3 or castle short. That's what most Ruy Lopez players play from here. So I'll play bishop c5. It's just developing my minor piece and I expect to see pawn to d3. Okay, and white just played that. The idea is to pave way for his dark squared bishop. So d6, I expect to see bishop g5 at this level. Still I have h6, g5 and g4. Queen e7, blah blah. Okay, so just like I said, they've played bishop g5. I anticipated this move cause that's what they always play, pinning my knight to my queen on d8. Now here I can just go, I think queen e7 or h6. And by the way, I still have moves such as bishop e6 in case of knight d5. And whenever you see bishop g5, you guys, it's high time you think of pawn to h6, okay? Pawn to h6 gets rid of the dark squared bishop, white's dark squared bishop, and white has to play bishop g3, yes, and I'll play something like knight h4. Or maybe let me start with bishop g4 first, pinning white's knight on f3 to the queen on d1. At this stage, I'm also thinking of knight d5. But let me just play bishop g4. I'm sure you can clearly see my idea. If pawn to h3, I'll simply retreat my bishop back to h5, okay? And I'm also thinking of playing s6, and if bishop takes my knight, I'll take with my b pawn and remain with 2 pawns on d6 and c6. Okay, white just castled short. I think castling short is a little bit bad for white because I have h5, h4, and not to mention that all my pieces will now shift to the king side. So s6 first, let him go back, or maybe, yep, b5 next, or maybe I put my b5 and then I'll go knight d4 next, and see how well advanced and connected my pawns are as I am highlighting them. So bishop b3, now I can go knight d4 teaming up with my light squared bishop. The idea is to pin white's knight on f3 to his queen on d1. If h3, for example, if pawn to h3, I'll just take the knight on f3 with check using my knight. Yep, like taking with my knight. I think that would be check. And after g takes f3, I can take the free pawn on h3. So I just want to win a pawn here. This is simple chess, simple calculations. There is nothing big that is going on here. I just have this attack. By the way, knight h5 is a killer move, attacking the dark squared bishop as I highlighted. Now I'm attacking the rook. Knight h5 is coming. I want to take the bishop since the pawn on f2 is pinned to the king, so I can freely take the bishop on g3 if white is not careful. Okay, there's my bishop on c5 doing a great job. Well, that's what I just said. Pawn to f4 doesn't do a thing, because that would just allow me to take the bishop now. Yes, or maybe I can take the pawn, I don't know. Oh, okay, the queen is attacking my knight on h5, so I just have to take the bishop. I also have an option to take on f4 with my knight, but anyway, knight takes g3. The pawn on f2 cannot capture my knight because it is pinned by my bishop on c5 to the king. Okay, so white has to play something. What? I was expecting white to play king h2, but queen f3 is a little bit weird and slow, because all the same I can capture with my g pawn or my e pawn. Well, let me just think a little bit here. I think capturing with my g pawn will invite king h2. Let me just capture with my e pawn, so that if king h2 I can go g4, pawn to g4. I think this would be a good strategy. I mean, anything here is playable. So let me just capture with my e pawn, yeah. And then next I'll go pawn to g4 if king h2, attacking my bishop. Okay, so I can go g4, defending my light squared bishop, and at the same time attacking white's queen. So white has no time to capture my knight. Queen takes f4. Oh, wait a second, did I just miss something there? My knight is under attack, and white is just one move away from checkmating me on f7. I mean, queen takes f7 will be checkmate, supported by the light squared bishop, which is on b3. So what am I going to do here? Did I just miss something there? But I know the engine is favoring me here. Or I think this is where I need to show my skill. How am I going to get out of this mess? I found a solution, you guys. See this move? I can go knight f1 check first. Yeah, I think this is the main difference between these guys and us, because if rook takes, I have queen h4. Yep, I have queen h4 now. Yes, I think queen h4 works, because white will have no time to checkmate me. There is no checkmate coming. Yes, white can take on f7 with his queen. Now this is a 1-0 move. There are no more checks. Now it is me threatening to take white's rook on f1 with discovery check, and from there I'll try to figure it out. I'll try to see how I can continue from there. Maybe I can even see a mate coming if white is not careful. I'm just thinking of taking on f1. So I think this is one of the differences between 2400s and 1300s. Okay, now king g1 allows mating 2, since I still have my bishop. So queen g3, remember that the f2 pawn cannot take my queen. It is pinned to the king by my bishop on c5. So the only move for white is king h1, and then I mate on g2. Kaspa. All right, so this is all for today, you guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that I can be encouraged to continue making these wonderful videos just for you guys. And don't forget to share this video if you can. So thank you for watching my video. Until next time, bye bye.